So I do feel like big emotional rewards. And I do sense this energy for this month, honestly, it's a little bit difficult. It's like a lot of this waviness, ups and downs. But I do feel like by the end of the month, you're going to be like, I'm glad that happened because there's a lot of information coming through for you. And I feel that it's forcing you to move ahead. So if you found that things have been stagnating, this is the month in which, things are being accelerated and pushed along, okay? So whatever that means for you guys, it's going to play out differently, but either way, it's kind of like a similar energy to the Virgo, enough's enough. What am I doing here? What is it? What is my end goal here? And what am I trying to achieve? And I feel that it's forcing you to push forward with something. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, hesitating, I do sense that you're starting to see the forest for the trees and you're starting to see this, path clearing up for you so that you know how to proceed forward with something, okay? So let's talk about your work and finances. We do have the Eight of Pentacles as well as the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this is like sending out resumes, perfecting your resume, adding in your most recent work title, job title, so that you can send it out to potential employers. And I do feel a lot of options are opening up for you. A lot of you might be contemplating, a career change. You have a lot of experience under your belt, possibly in the same sector, where the job duties were like pretty monotonous. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're looking for a change in scenery. You're looking for something that is appealing a little bit more to your heart level. So I feel like financially you're in a good space, but I do sense emotionally you might want to expand to a different industry, to a different a different company even, or just, like doing a 180, fantasizing about that ideal job and thinking about realistically how you're going to be able to get there based on the work experience that you have under your belt so far and what you can do to increase your odds of attaining like this really big job. A lot of you are trying to get, like your credentials. Like I feel additional training comes to mind. I feel like taking some type of credit in order to get license, or even renewing your license by attending seminars, by going to workshops and doing something in order to get your license. And I feel almost like there might be a little bit of a time crunch. I feel that this is going to be a really, really big month for you. There's a lot of responsibilities, things that are like on the practical front that needs to be taken care of, like that needs to be filled in. A lot of logistical stuff has to happen in a very methodical, like getting all your ducks lined up in a row so that you can achieve a really, really, really big emotional or even a financial reward. Okay. So you're in the process I feel like you're more than halfway there. There are only a few things left that you need to do. And, I feel that it's almost like the Eight of Pentacles is like, it's telling you, 2 more months. So I feel like by possibly October, November even, some things are going to come in and it's going to bring like the culmination point. Okay. So I feel like big financial rewards, and at least I see you branching out of your normal comfort zone in order to achieve something, to pursue something. And I feel job descriptions, job resumes and things like that, CVs being sent out, cover letters being perfected, things being like spell checked so that you can send it out. And I feel like in about 2 months' time, the rewards will come in for you, okay, on the financial front. Now, in terms of health and I feel like this is more health because your financial situation looks very stable right now. So health, physical health as well as emotional health, okay? So let's talk about this situation first. We do have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles, when it comes to like on a foundational level, it indicates spiritual lack, not having faith in ourselves, feeling this sense of low self-esteem, lack of self-confidence and things like that. And I honestly feel that there might have been some type of a childhood or even something from the past where you felt like this, okay? And growing up in this type of an environment, I feel that you have to be very, very careful and cautious about spending. So a lot of you might be a lot of you might have held on or hoarded a lot of material things. So that means, living very, very frugally so that you can save up a lot of money. And I feel like this is the month in which whatever you've been saving up, it might be, you might start to see, hey, there's a reason I've been doing this. I was compelled to do it all these years, and now I don't know why, but I feel like, there's a reason why there is, that I was doing it all these years. Like you felt like you were pushed to save up a lot of resources. And this is the month in which, you might start to realize why you're doing this, okay? What I also feel is that this is a very, very karmic card. It indicates having some type of karmic relationship with another person, like two people who are kind of out in the cold. They've been through a lot of hardships in their own respective life. They understand where the other person is coming from, and they're going to ride it out through thick and thin. So I feel like this is a couples card. It's linked up with the star, so it indicates to me some type of a soul connection with another person. The stars, whenever it shows up as luminaries and tied in with a karmic card, Six of Pentacles or even the Five of Pentacles, it's basically like someone who is astrologically very aligned with us, okay? So I feel like you might have some type of a sun-moon interchange. So for example, if you are a Taurus sun, they might be a Taurus moon. If you have Taurus rising, they might have a Taurus sun. So I feel like some type of a astrological interchange between the signs is in store. So they might even be an Aquarius. So, Aquarius, if you have like Aquarius sun, they might have Aquarius moon. If you have Aquarius moon, they might have some type of some type of a deep compatibility based on astrological placements between your chart, which indicates to me a very strong karmic connection in which you don't have to over explain yourself to the other person. They understand you on a very like telepathic level. Okay, so this is a really good indicator of meeting a soulmate, or if you haven't met your soulmate, there is an opportunity for this coming in, crossing paths with another person. And I feel like this is somebody who is going to stick by you through thick and thin. For a lot of you, it might be a mentor to help you streamline some work processes, to come in and give you some type of financial guidance. For others of you, it could be like a lot of healing, like a therapist, somebody that is giving you a lot of strength in order to weather a very tough situation. So that can also be like a mentorship, a spiritual soulmate. But in a way, I feel like it is a soulmate connection that you're solidifying or forming with another person, and it's very, very fruitful. The last thing that I want to emphasize with both of these cluster is that you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel is pretty much what I'm feeling. If you've been through the past 5 years, a lot of financial hardships, financial worries, or even having a very tumultuous, rocky relationship, because you both were trying to build up your foundation together, or you yourself were trying to build up your foundation. This is the month in which money comes in. So foundationally, financially, you're okay. And then emotionally, you're going to start to do a lot of healing. You're going to overcome a lot of past issues when it comes to your own sense of self-worth, your own sense of self-esteem, your own sense of not having enough, not feeling abundant. I feel that you're going to get this massive outpouring of love and support from people around you, but also from the universe to tell you that, hey, you've actually, been through a lot, you pushed through it, and you're starting to see that, the dawn breaking or the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like it's going to happen in a very big way. So this is not like a major thing where, someone compliments you and you're just like, hey, I feel good. This is happening in a very deep soul level. You're getting some type of validation, confirmation, wish fulfillment, getting that big executive job with the executive salary. Something really big is happening for you guys. And I feel like especially if you've been putting in resumes and you've been struggling financially, I feel like it's going to pan out for you guys in a really big way. Okay. So congrats, Taurus. What I'm also sensing here is we do have some decisions that are coming through for you, and these are major life decisions. So first of all, let's talk about this, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a situation where someone is blindfolded, And they feel as if they don't have all the information that they need in order to make a decision. Their intuition is like screaming out, hey, you got to do this, or you want to avoid this. Your intuition has been telling you all along. Like your intuition is telling you, you actually don't need to hold off on this decision. You know what you need to do. But I feel like there's a sense of like avoidance, avoiding change, avoiding like, oh, I don't think I'm good enough, because once again, that sense of self-doubt. I also feel like for a lot of you, let me see here. I feel like for a lot of you, I'm sensing for a lot of you, this might be on the emotional front, okay? This might be on the emotional front. And I feel like if you are dealing with a situation where someone has like kept information hidden and you realize there's something more to this story, but you were too afraid to ask, or you felt like I don't really want to encroach upon their boundaries because I feel like when they're ready, they'll talk to me. This is the month in which you're going to have some type of a breakthrough in which the other person works up the courage to tell you something, okay? And we also have the strength card, which indicates it's a major arcana. It indicates inner outer strength, but it's also having the fortitude to really push through something. I definitely feel that you're dealing with someone. Just for some of you, I feel like you're dealing with someone who's very seductive, who might have, like there's a sense of magic about them. Okay, so they might seem like too good to be true. And I feel like they make you a little like there's a sense of like manipulation. There's a sense of magic. There's a sense of like using glamour in order to to fool you into believing they are a certain way. And I feel like you're practical enough. I mean, you're a smart sign. And I feel that deep down you knew there was more to the story. And I feel like this is the month in which that is coming out, okay? Like that glamour is wearing off. You're seeing a situation realistically for what it is. And I feel that you're going to have to make a decision here. So I don't sense this information is coming to light for some of you until the last week of the month. And what you decide to do with it, I feel like it's a point of no return, okay? This information is being brought to light for a reason, and it's something that you have to know. So when something big like this comes out into the open, you are going to have to make a decision here. So it's not good for you to ignore, sweep it under the rug, pretend it didn't happen. I feel like like how you have a conversation with someone and they like slip up, right? And you're just like, wait, did they really do that? And then you wait, and then, it takes you like days or even weeks to bring up that conversation, to approach that person with that conversation. And then they try to tell you, hey, that was like weeks ago. I don't remember what I said. So I feel like someone is slipping up around you, and you knew it was going to happen. Someone is slipping up. Whenever that moment happens, just confront them right away, because I feel like you had inkling about something and you were trying to, it has been a perplexing thing. And I feel that you're getting some help here to clear up this situation, because I feel like it's telling you, once again, it's a deep, deep rooted month for spiritual awakening, for renewal in faith, and for renewal in religion, in spirituality. So you're getting some type of validation, some type of confirmation that, you need to know something. And when it comes in, that's your confirmation. That's your validation, okay? So don't sit too long with the information, because I feel like the spiritual insight might go away. But I feel like someone is like seducing you. Someone is like giving you this rose, painting you this beautiful picture, and it's not what it seems. So be very careful about being manipulated or taken in by a pretty face, is what I'm feeling. Someone is working their magic, their glamour. What you see is not what you get. And you know this, you've like felt this all along, and you were looking for validation, okay? In terms of what's coming in, travel and movement, we do have the Chariot and the Justice card. Speeding tickets, this combination is not good for moving about, like moving violations, okay? Justice and the Chariot. The Chariot traditionally deals with like mode of transportation. So these cards are created long ago before the advent of, like the locomotive and the cars and things like that. So it deals with in our modern days, just, the vehicle issues. So be really careful about law enforcement and having to pay money out to a court system, so speeding tickets, driving under the influence, be very, very careful about that. Taurus, be very, very careful. So it usually happens a lot when Mercury's in retrograde. So just be careful about moving violation tickets and things like that, okay? A lot of you might have to handle some type of vehicle transferring vehicle to a different person, transferring titles, transferring registration, adding another insurance policy on a vehicle, or even adding another name. I feel something related to the vehicle, either like via tickets or via policy. Okay, so adding another person, changing it out, changing titles. So all of these things are coming in. The other way in which this can happen for you guys is that I feel like if you are dealing with some type of a divorce issue, there's going to be some forward momentum and progression happening with this. And I do feel it's going to close out. It's going to get streamlined. Things will be accelerated so that you're not going to be on hold anymore, okay? So I feel like if you're dealing with a divorce situation, you're dropping a huge baggage and you're going to be able to move on past this situation. And likewise, I feel like if you have been I'm sensing like trying to get married, trying to move in together, trying to add another person into your life in a, I guess like in a lawful manner, because the justice deals with, the judicial system as well. That's coming in, and the roadblocks are going to clear up so that you can move ahead with this situation, okay? The Chariot also indicates a big, big win. So I do feel contracts and things like that being signed overall. And I feel like consulting people for legal advice, or you might be sought out for some type of property advice. And there will be, official contracts that are coming through with this as well. Now, in terms of your advice here, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. Let's talk about this first. The Seven of Pentacles is a card about reassessment, okay? Assessing a situation to see how we want to proceed. It's also assessing a situation to see how it's going to fit into our lives, okay? So you're going to have to shuffle some things around in order to make, to fit in another thing in your life. It's like rearranging the pieces, rearranging furniture, rearranging the house, even decorating the house. And it's like managing things, playing almost like playing Tetris, where you are rearranging stuff in order to fit more stuff in. That's the first message I'm getting. This is also a card where we are waiting for something to come to fruition. And for some of you, if it has been something that was very problematic, something very, very trying, and especially if it deals with some unhealthy cord of attachment between you and another person, I feel that you are going to have to leave this situation behind for good, okay? If you are dealing with an air sign, specifically Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, that you have been linked up with in a marital type of a situation, and you've been having some problems, and you were like either separated or dealing with some type of a legal proceeding, I definitely feel this situation is going to come to an end, especially if it pertains to that environment. And you're going to be able to break free from this bond of attachment so that you can move forward and pursue other areas of your life. But I do feel waiting for something to culminate, to come to fruition, so that you can drop your load and to move forward, okay? So a lot of things are happening for this month, and I do feel that forward progression is kind of like the point of no return. Forward progression and things like that. If you are specifically dealing with like extracting yourself from a previous marriage, or even like getting married to another person, I do feel like more, law stuff and things like that needs to be finalized, that needs to be tied up. But aside from that, everything else looks very stable. And I don't sense that it requires a lot of effort from your end. I feel like it's just telling you, here's what you need to know, make a decision. That's pretty much what I'm feeling. So I don't feel like you're going to have to like, I don't sense that you're going to have to get your hands dirty, exert a lot of energy. It's just more like, here's what you need to know. and you need to make a decision, and you need to decide on a course and a direction that you need to go. So it's a very satisfying type of energy coming through for this month, in which something is being put to an end so that something else can emerge, okay?